where it's showing like the portraits, like on your macro bar. Does anyone not have their powers there?
Well, I got all mine set as token actions.
Okay, that's fine too.
I'm pretty sure I have all mine.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and set them to macro bar as well.
The initiative one definitely keep as a token action.
Okay, yeah. That way I just can't misclick.
Yeah, so people don't misclick.
Okay.
Do I need to have like melee basic attack, ranged basic attack, and stuff like that? Macroed or?
I've macroed those just for like specific weapon types.
Yeah. It can help, but to not clutter up your guys' bar. I didn't do that for everyone that isn't like that their class isn't focused on that. Because usually you can just like look at your sheet and know what your melee or ranged basic attack modifier is. Because you'll probably rarely be using it, honestly.
We shall see.
I have stuff like flock tactics and stuff that's not on there, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't think you have to roll for anything.
Yeah, I didn't put. Yeah, exactly right. I didn't put powers that are just like, you do this and this happens, and or you get a +2 to this. Like to just not clutter up the macros. That if there's no rolling,
Yeah.
Yeah, just go off what your character sheet says. All right. So I'll have to learn you guys' names. Brad is it? Is C the hello, Brad?
I think he might have himself muted. Or he's probably still on push to talk.
I don't know if he's in here yet or not.
No, he's there. He literally just hopped in.
Suka Bliet.
We just have to insult him until he comes back. He's got a portable headset so he can hear everything that we say.
Eating the holy.
Like he's got a small dick and shit like that,
Please, after work you have to take a shit. Like
Oh, it's Tom all over again. Every single game.
Okay.
God.
You're gonna trigger him with that.
Dude, I think I made great time getting off at like 10, okay?
Yeah.
He fucking flew home like Superman.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. Well, I was just explaining to everyone, just making sure everyone has their macros done. Is that, do you see your macros underneath there on your macro bar, Brad?
Yep.
Cool. And if you could set your, who you're talking as to your character underneath the chat. It says as and.
Okay, so.
Oh shit! I totally forgot I bought a horse.
I got it. Okay.
The fuck?
Oh, you have a horse?
Yeah, it's in the other equipment that we bought it or whatever, and we made the character.
Okay.
Discount horse.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Where is the equipment selection? I can't really find it, so it's probably in like one of the ones I did.
Yeah, it's in the Player's Handbook 1.
Oh, okay. Is that the one you don't have? Or?
Yeah, it's the one I don't have on PDF.
Okay.
I have literally all the PDFs if you want to get them off me sometime.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering, because I can't find the reference for like what my repeating crossbow does for damage again, so just so I can keep that in mind.
It's only 4.5 gigs of content. Maybe we'll just skip some of them.
Let's see. Your repeating crossbow stuff should all be on your character sheet, including like your, attacks and everything, and your damage.
I mean, it just says 1 weapons damage, so.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Did you? It's a D8, I believe. But did you look in your power section and it really says that?
Yeah. Let me hold on. Let me try reading it again more closely.
It'll
At
so
the
look.
top of it.
Yeah, at the top, right under where it says like Jink Shot, it says.
Okay.
It'll
Oh
say-
yeah. Yeah, I see now. Sorry. So, yeah, you're right. My bad.
It's cool. Got a lot of newcomers here, so I don't mind explaining things, and it's not a rush. We can take it slow.
Lay you down. I don't know how to say that.
It was 100 gold
Oh my god.
minus whatever gear you bought.
Yes, let's see.
All right. So everyone good to begin?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yell at.
Okay, awesome. So first, let me start off by saying that much like my Warhammer Fantasy game, for those of you who know about it, this will kind of be a very, very long-term game where the story does the same kind of like slow build-up, where very, very little like hints about the story are revealed at a time, and stuff that happened in the past might come back to haunt you guys in the future. So just wanted you guys to know that, instead of, so you just don't feel like, what the fuck is this or something, I don't know, but just so you know what you're getting into. It's going to be a very, very long game.
Just remember, always check the wells.
Oh, fuck. Don't look at the wells. Spoilers.
Never trust a well.
Anyways, I'm ready to begin then.
Okay. So can you guys hear me okay? I noticed the green circle around my thing isn't popping up when I'm talking sometimes.
You're coming in clear.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Just like, I don't want you guys to be like hearing me skip words or something crazy like.
No.
Nah, it's working fine. I think the recognition is just a bit buggy.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure about that. So does anyone have any questions before we begin?
Is this going to be as deadly as the Warhammer Fantasy campaign?
No, not at all. Well, I mean, 4E is pretty easy to survive. Everyone has built-in healing. You guys have 2 healers in the group, and you get all these fancy death saves instead of like roll on the crit table. Oh, your head explodes. You're dead. Yeah. So it's very. Although I guess I am known for particularly challenging 4E campaigns because there's been a lot of deaths even in my 4E campaigns, but no, I mean
those are questionable deaths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Are you saying they were murder?
No, I'm saying it's more like the person didn't mark their health, so they fell 40 feet into a spike pit.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was.
the usual.
Yeah, stuff happens, but
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to go back and look at things and say like, oh, what could you have done differently? But I don't know. I try to keep things balanced as much
Not
as I
falling
can.
off the cliff.
Yeah, watch out for cliffs. 50-foot falls will probably kill you.
The thing I took away from that day is always mark down your health on your token.
Yeah. Speaking of that, it looks like I need to mark some health on a couple characters here.
Well, son.
Yes.
Looking so handsome
So-
in your suit.
I know, right? Look dapper.
Like a proper sir.
Yeah, his character is Pretty great. There's Valsan's health. Can 22 health. Okay, perfect. There, I think I got everyone's health. So everyone looking at the screen here on your token, there's like a little clock symbol. I use that to mark that you have an action point. Action points are basically get a free standard action. And you eventually will get them back. I'll tell you when you do. In my game, you can also use an action point to re-roll something.
So kind of like a fate point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But generally, you most of the time you're gonna want like the extra action. But like, if you're using like your daily or something and you roll a 1, then yeah, spending your action point there might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So, one by one, we'll go around. I'll get you guys to, just describe your characters. You guys obviously haven't all exactly seen each other yet or even met, but just to kind of, you'll see each other eventually. So we'll get that out of the way. And then I'll also be asking you all some questions about your characters and what they're up to. And then we'll go into the next scene. Sound good?
Good. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, Laggle, why don't you start?
Okay, well, I'll go off with equipment first. Laggle is a dwarf, meaning he likes chainmail, and instead of hammers or axes, he prefers a crossbow. As for what he's like personally, he's rather business-driven. He's not necessarily, I guess, a bastard about it, but he does like making a good deal and always enjoys getting a upper hand in it. His appearance, it's kind of like what you see in the picture there. He's generally well groomed for a dwarf. No super long braided beards, and his clothes are usually a bit finer than the average dwarf miner. Other than that, he's fairly normal.
Cool. So, what brings you to the town of Sandpoint?
Laggle is following some leads, saying that there's some pretty good business opportunities to be had in Sandpoint if he knows how to work them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you just walking in, or have you already been here? Because today marks the start of the Swallowtail Festival.
I would say I may have gotten here the night before then, just to set up for it.
Okay. And set up, do you have your own booth?
No. He deals more in contracts and trading the
kind of being a middleman, like,
Yeah.
I know a guy that can supply you with this.
Yeah, exactly. He buys and sells merchants, not merchants' wares, so to speak.
Okay, perfect. That's all the questions.
Excellent.
All right. Josh, why don't you go ahead and describe your character?
Alright. So, fairly tall, dragonborn female, standing at about 6 foot, and wearing a long, almost ornamental blue cape with different designs and patterns on the back, and a hood covering over the top of her head, with what looks almost like a ceremonial mask over the top of her face as well. Her scales are a little abnormal than just a typical blue dragonborn, where they have shimmers of purple over them at times, where they kind of just gleam from the sun. And she, in casual walk, it gives a more of a appearance of like chin up, head high, as if how a noble would walk. And her bow is far, far, far larger than the average person's. It's almost a little bit taller than her at like 6.5 feet. And she carries just a regular long sword with her short sword tucked in the same sheath on the side of her hip. And she just appears to be looking around, trying to get the general idea of the area that she's in and any possible leads on interests that she's been following around for, finding people that she'd been trying to track down.
Ah, so that's what brings you endpoint. Okay, so do you think you just got here the day of the festival, or?
I would say yes, because even though she looks like a ranger, it's very obvious she doesn't know her way around.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's go with Valasan. Is it Valasan or Valasan, or how do you say that?
Valasan.
Valasan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Val for short, if need be. Okay. So Valasan is a Ganassi wizard. He was born in a very small village so far out of civilized territory where it was a rare occurrence for people to even be able to read, let alone be a storm elemental. And so he faced a lot of prejudice and fear growing up. He was raised by the village elder rather than his parents. And in his short time there, his ambition for and hunger for knowledge grew outside of his location, or he wanted to go out and venture and learn more. The elder revealed to him that he was part of a prophecy, something much greater than him, but couldn't give him any details, and that it was up to him to find the pieces in his travels. So he basically gathered his things, left the village, and has been traveling across the world from town to town, just trying to gather tomes and books, trying to piece together this prophecy that he's a part of to learn more about himself.
Cool. So, do you dress as nice as your token picture?
Yes, he prefers
Awesome.
the attire of nobles.
Okay.
It's directly what do you call it? It's not where he came from. It was kind of like slave people, so he looks to be the opposite of that.
Okay, interesting. So what brings you to Sandpoint?
Lead that there is a very interesting book that he would want to read.
Okay, so you just heard that there might be a book? Okay.
Yep.
Cool, I like it. So do you think you just arrived?
Yes, this would just be arriving, I guess.
It's morning.
In the morning, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. How about Razi?
Yeah, good. Okay. I'm good at finding pictures that resemble my characters. So, Jenna is a white-haired, fair-skinned. She's a tiefling, which you can't tell by the picture. With more antler-esque horns than the general kind of ram style. But the right one extends only about 2 inches, and then it's broken. Other than that, she has a scar on the right side of her face. Yes. As well as what looks like the scar from a snake bite on her throat. As for what she actually wears, it's little more than leather armor and longsword on her waist.
Cool. So is that you're finished?
I don't remember what the questions are.
So what brings you to Sandpoint?
Really, she's just been wandering around rather aimlessly while
Okay.
not sure what to do with herself.
Okay. So I have a feeling you probably just stumbled into town or wandered
Yeah.
into town. Okay. And to clarify for Ralkin, she has those kind of horns, but tiefling are like, basically half something, but they have like fiendish blood in them, and like they have an infernal ancestry, I should say.
Demons.
Just in case it's like, what are you, a part deer or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like ram horns. I was like, oh, we have a deer.
Yeah, the horns generally look more like ram's horns. Most tieflings, but hers are more like a deer's. Naturally, she has the tail too, since they're basically part devils.
All right, cool. So Ebencross, tell us what you look like and stuff.
All right. He's a shade male. He's about like 6 foot. Got like short black hair, and he has a mask around his mouth. It's it looks kind of like steel. The stuff he's currently wearing is very fitted, like leather. Like it wouldn't catch on anything like that. The other questions. He doesn't it doesn't look like he's really carrying anything. Very light, actually.
Weapons? Would they see any weapons on you?
Not currently.
Okay, cool.
He's currently just recently arrived into town, and he's heard a rumor that he might have lucrative business here.
Okay.
Alright.
Perfect. Yeah, if it's too spoilery, it's okay to be vague. If
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. All right. Well, last but not least, Ralkin.
All right, cool. He's a Ralkin's a kinku. If you don't know what that is, basically a bird. He stands at 5 feet tall. He has a shorter build than most of kinku. And on the left side of it, he has 3 long scars that go from the bottom of his eye to the end of his bill. And it's not in like a straight line. It's kind of like if someone tried to draw a straight line and had like a shaky hand.
Oh, wow.
He's wearing hide-like armor. He has a bow and the quiver. I think they're called quivels or something on his back. Yeah, quiver. On his back, he has you can see him riding his horse some places, and he usually has like kind of like a lantern that's that kind of like hangs off his waist. Let's see. His armor doesn't look dirty, but it looks like it's been around for a while. Has like a lot of holes and tears in it. You might also notice that his feathers go from like gray to like white tips that kind of fade away into the gray. He's not wearing any type of boots or shoes because he has like 3 talons in the front of his foot and like a smaller one in the back, kind of like what the picture looks like. You also notice if you were ever to speak to him that he doesn't have like basically when he speaks, Kenku like mimic words. So if they can only speak what they've heard. So if he hears a woman say something, then it could go from like a male voice to a female voice to like a noise. So his like voice is always changing because it's like a mimic. I read that on like their bio or whatever.
Yeah, they definitely have that ability, but whether or not they're dependent on it, I'm not sure about. I don't know.
It would definitely be difficult, but interesting conversation.
Yeah. He's coming to what was it, Sandport?
Sandpoint.
Sandpoint. He's coming to Sandpoint basically to kind of get back into the business he was in before. And he probably might have been here for a couple of days.
Ah, okay. Cool. All right, so let me tell y'all a little bit about the town. All right, so Sandpoint has a population of about 1,200 people. It's considered a small, prosperous town. It's known for its theater. Hold on a sec. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah. So it's known for its rebuilt cathedral. The previous one burned down. It has a theater, jeweler, standard garrison armory. Quite a few taverns. Yeah, basically everything a small town needs to prosper. It is a coastal town, so it does have boats and a wharf and stuff like that. So yeah. So you all come into the town, or you've been here. And people are, setting up for for the festival, setting up activities, games, stalls. Merchants are peddling their wares. Yeah, so I guess let's see what started off. So it appears people are gathering near a large stage with a podium. It appears some people are going to give some speeches, maybe to start off the festival. So who would be turning up for that?
Lagdale would probably try and get as close to the front as possible just because of height restrictions and, visibility and all that.
Okay.
Make way for the dwarf!
Evercross would go, but towards the back, just to see if he can figure out what's going on in the town.
Okay.
Serena would be still perusing the shops and wait for them to actually start speaking before she heads over.
Okay. Yeah, even perusing the shops, you could you'd probably hear. You could maybe hear what people are saying. So it's all kind of centralized around the town center.
But,
I guess I should say, is anyone not going to be nearby?
Valisan is going to towards the middle of the crowd, try and get a decent view.
Okay.
I'll kind of, if possible, sit back kind of like near like one of the stands and kind of like commence an awkward small talk with my mimic voice with the merchant and like overhear what they're saying on the stage.
Okay. Yeah, the merchant would probably be a little unnerved, and he has a look on his face like he's never seen a Kenku before.
Don't most people look at Kenkus as pests anyways?
Yeah,
I
even
don't
if
think
they knew, I'm sure they would.
I don't think they like us very much.
Yeah,
Bunch of
so he
racists.
probably... Sorry, what?
Bunch of racists.
I mean, yeah, he probably does start looking at his goods with a little closer of an eye.
I don't blame him.
Damn magpies.
Seal the reliquary.
Cool. So the first person to take the stage is a man in very, very fine clothes. You know, a man approaches the stage. He seems to have a very friendly attitude. He's waving to people, and throughout the crowd you can hear people saying like, "Oh, it's Mayor Deverin," and you know, and waving, and he seems very popular. So he, to summarize, he's just welcoming everyone to the town and the visitors to the town, and he makes a joke that the local tanner, who always seems to be working, is even here to attend, and everyone laughs. So he banters for a bit before stepping off the stage. Okay. The next person to take the stage is a large, older man in armor and also wearing some sort of badge that's too hard to see from this distance. But he kind of brings the crowd down a bit. He seems to have a very kind of business-like attitude. He reminds everyone to be safe around the evening's bonfire, and he also asks everyone for a moment of silence to remember those who lost their lives in the fire that claimed the previous town's church 5 years ago. Yep. So the crowd seems, humors him with the silence. Do all of you?
Lagdo will kind of bow his head, and keep his mouth shut.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look around.
Yeah, Jenna will follow along.
Keep my head raised, but wordless.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, so he steps off. The last person to speak is a pretty ancient man in priestly robes. He clears his throat a few times after trying to speak, and people kind of straining to listen to what he's saying. So he speaks up. He says that the one of the resident noblemen who was scheduled to speak could not attend due to a sudden illness. And he says, he just gives a very short speech thanking everyone for coming before officially declaring the Swallowtail Festival underway. he keeps it short and sweet.
Lagdo will applaud when he says that.
Okay. Okay, so the festival kicks off. It appears for the morning there's numerous games and contests taking place. So what would everyone be doing during this time? So why don't we start with Laggle?
Okay. Laggle will probably be like glad handing the merchants, kind of, talking shop with them, just kind of trying to get a sense for if there are any business opportunities around.
Okay. Make a streetwise check.
Okay. Just click the button. Ooh, nice.
Oh, you put all your stuff on there?
No. It started me out at 3. Let me check to make sure that it's corresponding with the skills list.
On your character sheet, you have a +4 on that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll still take that roll, so it'd be 19.
Yeah, it's a good roll. Cool. Yeah, so you managed to, to chat up the merchants and, you get some information. You're specifically looking for, like, business opportunities?
Yeah, not necessarily, like, things to sell, but people who are in search of contacts and, a person who would be willing to, and who are looking for a person who'd be willing to travel and kind of be a networker. So.
Okay.
Maybe, someone, and, if there's anything more immediate, Laggle would probably be willing to jump on that as well.
Yeah. The merchant, I'll say, like, because I have no clue about how to answer that. I'll say that the merchant will remember you and seek you out if he does hear of anything or any kind of, opportunities where at least some money can be made. But he says he doesn't really know of any now, besides if he had a stall. If you had a stall here, probably make some money. Yeah. The merchant will remember that.
It's how ominous.
Okay. And so for, that probably takes you a little bit. Are you doing anything else during the morning?
I mean, no, not really. It just that'd be it mostly.
Okay. Just, you get a lot of complimentary, like, drinks and stuff are being served, and you're not asked to pay for anything.
Nice. A dwarf always take a free drink.
Awesome. All right, so Josh, what do you think Serena would be doing for these few hours as the festival gets underway? You can see just about every type of festival-like activities taking place. Balance beam contests, tug of war.
She would definitely go for the games because she's never really gotten a chance to experience that.
Okay. What kind of game do you think you'd want to go for? Like a weightlifting challenge or something?
The balancing beam or anything acrobatic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they actually are having a balancing beam contest.
So yeah, she'd actually take interest in that.
Okay. So we'll come back to that in case anyone else is going to participate, because then you'll have competition. But yeah, we'll remember that and come back to you. So what about Rozzy? What's Jenna doing?
I'm not sure. I mean, she wouldn't be particularly interested in participating in anything, but she'd wander around and have a look.
Okay. So you do get a lot of looks. People don't seem that weirded out that you're a tiefling here. And you get a lot of, like, offers for, like, free drinks and stuff. Do you
She'll
accept?
She'll turn them down.
Oh, okay. So, do you think you'd just be standing around watching people and watching the festival?
Yeah, just checking it out, not just not like participating in any actual events.
Okay. All right. How about you, Evan Cross? What would you be doing during the first few hours of the festival? Brad, are you there?
I muted it like a whatever. So, but currently he's just kind of standing to the side, scanning people's faces, just seeing if he recognizes anything that he would know of. Basically like going through the shops, just looking at stuff.
Yeah. So why don't you make a perception check?
Okay. Ooh, it's been a while. So it's at just 20. Right.
Yeah, D20 plus your perception modifier character sheet.
And that's the passive, right?
No, not passive.
It's been a while.
It's on your skill list.
See it? Alright, it's plus 0, so it's just 1d20.
Yes.
Alright, 17.
Ooh, that's a good roll. All right, so you're scanning the crowd. You're scanning. You're keeping your eyes open for various things of interest. A couple things you would notice in particular. This town doesn't seem to have any kind of seedy element to it. There's no like prostitution. Doesn't seem to be any kind of like pickpockets moving their way through the crowd. This town seems to be relatively crime-free.
Alright.
And you don't see almost no one like yourself, like, with experience.
Alright.
Yeah, so that's what you see. You feel like you'd spend a couple hours doing that?
Yeah, just to really get familiar.
Okay. All right, Valasan, what about you? What would you be doing?
Valasan is interested in the fire that claimed the previous church. Was it the other town or this town?
Oh, it was this town.
It was this town, yes. So Valasan would actually like to move to speak to Father Zentis and inquire about the fire.
Okay, cool. Let's see. So you can roll some type of social skill for that.
Okay.
Streetwise, you like gathering rumors, or if you just want to talk to him specifically, like a diplomacy check, or to just remember it yourself, a history check.
Yeah, I was thinking a history check.
Yeah, you wouldn't even need to talk to him then. You'd think for a moment. Oh, I know that. Assuming you rolled. We'll see.
Okay. So it's roll.
Yeah, /R space D20 plus whatever your modifier is under your skills.
Okay. That would be 13. Is that plus 13, or is that just my base history?
If it says 13 in your skills, that'd be your plus.
That'd be my plus, okay.
I'm showing your history as a plus 10.
Is it plus
on your character sheet? I don't know why it says 13.
The PDF Josh sent me, it says 13. But maybe I just put it in wrong here. But I could do plus 10.
I mean, that's a really good roll. So anyways, doesn't matter. Yeah, so so you think back and you're like, you think of what happened 5 years ago here. There was it wasn't talked about that much, like almost like they wanted to forget what happened, but previous cathedral here was was burnt down by someone purposely. It was by a woman for kind of unknown reasons, although one of the people who died in the fire was her father.
Okay.
That's what you learn. So that took only an instant. Is there anything else you think your character would be doing?
Suppose I just... are there any merchants selling any type of books, or...
Let's see. I don't think they'd be selling books, but in the town there is a sage in the town who has books. I don't know if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I suppose I'd like to go visit him, or at least his shop or home.
Okay. Okay, so you would meet a man named Brodert Quink. He would introduce himself, of course. A balding scholar. He has, bookcases galore, and he's happy to receive you. Although you can tell he's not a very social person because obviously he's not participating in the festival. But he invites you in.
Okay. I enter, and I'd like to ask him if he has any literature on Genasi.
Okay, let me see. He says the like, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. Like, the main point of his focus and research is about ruins.
Okay.
So, he doesn't have any books on.
Does he have any information on ruins pertaining to elements or something else?
I don't think so. Mostly just ancient civilizations that existed before.
Okay.
But he welcomes you to peruse the books at your leisure. He's just kind of doing the same.
Okay. I'd like to spend my time at the festival reading this man's collection.
Okay, cool. So you'll be a ways off from the others then.
Okay.
All right. Well, so who's left? I think it's just Ralkin. Matthew, what would you think your character would be doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for a few hours.
I think my guy would probably just go around trying to make contact with anyone that might have like some type of merchant business set up that has to do with like ships and whatnot. And try to find some like illegal deals such as like smuggling out of it.
Okay. Make a streetwise check. Holy shit. All right, well, that's a 31.
Oh my god.
So you start, asking questions to people that look like they might know what you're after. Unfortunately, although you do meet a lot of people who are at least on the down low, there's no kind of setups in this town. It's almost squeaky clean. So much so that it almost unnerves you. So you're not really able to find any kind of shadier stuff.
I'll kind of just think to myself that this whole trip here was a bust, and I'll probably be leaving as soon as possible.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Like in my mind.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Serena, you can roll your acrobatics.
All right.
We'll see how well you fare.
Fail.
The Nazi blusters wind in the background.
He is a wind.
It's true.
All right. So I'll roll some checks for your competition, and we'll see who wins. All right. So yeah, you definitely, your bouncing beam contest. Basically, what it is they stand you on a beam that can easily be shaken, and they basically shake you to see how long you can hold your balance. And the people doing the shaking are these two big, sweaty, drunk men who are burly and just shaking the hell out of your beam. And the entire time you're able to easily stand on the beam way longer than the other competitors. One of the competitors accuses you of cheating. He starts telling the judges in kind of a spittle flying in his anger. Look at her, she has a tail. That's cheating if I ever saw it. A balance contest? Come on. How do you react to his blustering?
I would try and be diplomatic about it. I would just go up to it as like, if you rule it unfair, I would accept that. I can see how that would be unfair to some people.
Well, the judge, kind of turns to you, Serena, and says, are you sure? I mean, I think you won that fair and square. And the guy's like, he crosses his arms. No, she didn't. But, so what do you say?
Oh, God. Kind of tongue-in-cheek, like, don't worry, I know I'll always be superior to you, and just kind of saunter off.
He doesn't seem too fazed by your comment. He raises his arms up, and you see his friends that were cheering him on rush over, and they hoist him up on their shoulders and start parading him around. And there's no prize or anything. It's mostly for bragging rights. But apparently in this town, bragging rights are a big deal. So, yeah, some people kind of look confused at that guy taking the win, and kind of look at you like quizzically, like, what? I thought you won.
I pretty much just kind of smile and wave while just enjoying the fact that I still won anyway, and go and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Okay, people definitely take notice. All
We
right,
should make a
so
fuss.
yeah. So about noon, Father Xantus approaches the stage again. Some of his, you assume to be acolytes of the church, wheel a large covered wagon into the square. Father Xantus, again in a very like old man fashion, starts like clearing his throat and kind of come closer, kind of like stay a while and listen, and goes off on a big story. Honestly, it would probably put some of you to sleep, although the history buff Ganassi would probably stick around.
Am I even over there, or am I still in the...
By this time, you'd be finishing up.
Okay.
So he starts going off, reciting a tale about their goddess, Desna, and about about her story, about how she first fell to earth, and was nursed back to health by a blind child who she transformed into a mortal butterfly as a reward for her aid. And as he does so, they pull aside the wagon's cover, and they release thousands of swallowtail butterflies into the air in a spiraling riot of color, and the crowd cheers.
Laghill will kind of think to himself, being turned into a bug? What an odd reward.
Okay. So this is about the time when all of you are kind of finishing up the things you were doing. Ralkin, you'd probably be returning from like the docks and where you assume would be the seedier areas. And maybe even thinking about leaving until they start announcing the cook-off. People start ringing lunch bells, and they start wheeling out food, and it appears to be free. So who is going to partake?
Well, Laghill for sure.
If there's anything that would catch my eye that seems a little fancier, I would definitely go for it.
Is there any chili or anything like that? You can always go for a chili cook-off.
Yeah, I'll get to what they're serving as soon as I find out who's gonna be there.
All the reading is made me pretty hungry. I think I'll head over.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go there as well.
Okay, Ralkin? Matthew? Yeah, okay. Cool. All right, so you all kind of head over. You see the local inns and taverns all kind of bringing out food. It appears there's some sort of competition going on. Okay. What would Jenna be doing during this time?
I don't know. I don't know what else there is to do.
Anything you can think of in a town, really.
Eating free food.
Oh, well, that's what's going on here.
So, would you go or no? I'm confused. Well, anyways. Yeah, so the taverns seem to be competing for who has the best food. Kind of for bragging rights. It's apparently they do this every year, and whichever tavern wins usually gets a lot more customers over the year. So one of the innkeepers is this woman here. One sec, something. All right, so she wheels out, a cart full of plates and dishes and pots. You see, she has curry spiced salmon and curry, and some alcohol she calls winter drop mead. and another inn brings out lobster chowder as their like main dish, and the third one brings out peppercorn venison as their like main kind of flagship of their inn. So where do you think you all would be eating at? Or which one do you think you would prefer if you try all three?
Well, I guess first, Lagiel will kind of observe some people to see exactly how big of a portion they're taking. He doesn't want to like stand down, like just load up and see that everyone took a cup of for taste testing.
The food seems to be non-stop. Like everyone's getting as much as they want, basically.
Oh.
Unless you bring a barrel up, they're that might be the point. Fill it.
Do it.
God.
Val definitely wants his fill of lobster. That's where he's
Okay.
going. Yeah.
Cool.
Lago will probably take this cooking contest very seriously and split his attention between all three evenly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How would you decide which one would win?
I mean, subjective taste test, so I'd probably just say the sound of it, the lobster is gonna probably take it for him.
Cool. What about Serena?
She would just definitely be taking in all the different mixes and smells of the curry and just definitely be floating on over to there.
Okay. The woman running that stand greets you warmly, and you notice she is human, but looks like different from all these other humans. I don't know your Serena's experience with this type, but she looks Asian. I'm not trying to be racist. She looks Asian.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't have really met anyone Oriental or such.
Okay.
So she'll definitely be interested, especially since it's all very unique to her.
Cool. All right, so Ralkin, what about you for the food? Who do you think? Which one do you think would win?
This is for the taste testing thing.
Yeah. Like, which do you think your character would prefer, and if you're judging, which one do you think would win?
Probably the one that tastes the worst, but would probably taste the best to him.
Okay, so the one that's the worst. They're all pretty good, but I guess the venison would be the least popular. So it'd probably taste heavenly.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so that's that. Ebencross, did we do you yet?
Nah.
So what do you think?
He would head straight for that curry stand.
Oh, okay.
Very familiar with the food.
Awesome. So you love curry and spicier kind of Asian inspired dishes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have a tie. Jenna, you need to break it.
Do I have to?
I mean, even if your character's not eating it, you gotta pick one.
D3.
Hang on, what was the tie
So-
between?
It's between the curry and the Asian kind of flavored dishes, and the lobster chowder, and the kind of more seafoody, heartier type dishes.
Alright, I'm going with the curry.
Okay. Awesome.
Val is appalled.
I look over at these people who seem to be gathering around it and just kind of shake his head, assuring himself that this is a world of bad taste and ill manners.
Yeah, so they tally the plates, as it were, and Amiko wins. They all start chanting her inn's name, and she wins the honors. And there's no medals or ribbons or anything because everyone's very, very local and kind of like everyone knows each other. So just the recognition is all they're after.
Serena would go up and be asking her like what kind of spices was she using in these meals, because it tasted amazing.
Yeah, she'd be telling you, and very, very open, very friendly. Trying to look up what the inn's called that she's from. Okay, so the one for the chowder is called the Hagfish. It's a very popular tavern. Oh, it's called the Rusty Dragon. She runs one of Sandpoint's oldest inns. It's notable for its impressive and quite rusty iron dragon that looms on the building's roof.
Ooh.
So maybe that's what drew you.
Probably.
So yeah, the food is very exotic and very spicy. Cool. All right, so yeah, it looks like everyone's enjoying the food, or I guess in Jenna's case, watching people enjoy the food. Cool. So, the merrymaking persists for a few hours, and people are kind of breaking out of the games and stuff into more of like the sitting and telling stories and dancing and getting ready for the bonfire that's going to start pretty soon. So anyone have anything they want to do? Trying to.
Oh man.
You don't have to. It's fine. I'm just.
Oh no, I was just saying stuff about my phone.
Oh, your cell phone.
Yeah.
Any chance that Lagil might have seen Ralkin kind of looking for merchants and contacts, and maybe think to himself there's a kindred spirit there?
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, Ralkin, I mean, you did roll a 20 on your check, so someone probably referred you to, or at least pointed out the dwarf, as the dwarf was asking similar questions, not exactly the same though. So they would have pointed them out to you. I don't know if you would have approached him or not.
He probably wouldn't have approached him just because he has his reasons for being very suspicious of dwarves.
Cool. Yeah, we can always use more racists. Cool. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's cool. Yeah, so yeah, I guess he doesn't approach you.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Then Lagil will just go back to the glad handing and the just general making merry with the people of means around here.
Yeah, I think with you spending your time doing that, why don't you make a diplomacy roll?
Okay. Can I go ahead and activate the word of friendship for the +5?
Sure. What's word of friendship? Is that a bard thing?
Let's see. Let me look at what it's one of my powers I got. So.
Yeah.
Not necessarily powers, but let me read the exact description.
Yeah. So you can do it and get a +5 to the next diplomacy check you make. So yeah, you totally can.
Okay.
Although I don't know, is this something Laggle does though? Do you kind of cheat? Do you imbue you're using arcane magic to make you slick and suave?
Are you kidding me? You could abuse the hell out of that.
He abuses the fuck. Perfect. Cool. We'll make your roll.
I'm not gonna use the skill. I'm just gonna tap into 1d20.
Yeah, that's 1d20 plus looks like 13.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're definitely buttering up the various merchants and stuff. Quite a few of them offer you discounts on their wares. So the next time you want to buy something, you can go ahead and take 5% off.
Nice.
Since that seems to be your focus.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything for the last few hours of the day? Anything specific?
Val would like to talk to, is her name Amieko or Ameko?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to talk to her and see if I can find out the name of the land she originates from.
Sure. This is another thing I'm gonna have to look up, which sucks. But I will find it out. By any chance, I told Mr. Ebencross. Do you remember what I told you? I can actually look in it.
The ethnicity.
Yeah, that one.
Like, you're very, very brief with it. Like, she's mine. But, like... At one point, you just said, like...
No, I got it.
Yeah.
So, she tells you that she is Minkayan. They're from the east.
Okay.
And it's basically Asia, like China.
Okay.
It's fantasy Asia.
Yeah. Fantasy China.
So just with more dragons.
Sure. Real dragons.
Yeah, real dragons. with mustaches.
Fabulous mustaches.
Yes.
Yeah, and she, as you're kind of striking up conversation with her, she says that she apologizes to you and kind of gives you a bow and says that she's sorry that her food wasn't to your liking. As she mentioned, she noticed you over by the chowder place.
Oh no.
I do my best to not directly insult her, but I do imply that her food is for peasants.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Can Lagiel feel the cringe of a horrible, awkward conversation?
the merchant.
Someone's making bad conversation.
Since you're probably in the area with the merchants and she's in. So do you overhear this?
No, I'm joking. Well, actually, Lagiel will kind of step in and at that remark and do whatever a smooth talking dwarf could do to smooth that over, which I'm still not sure is much. But
so you're gonna try to diffuse this situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just because the horrible awkwardness of it is probably too much for a bardic sense to endure.
So you start walking up, and so this is what you see. You see him say that comment to her. She almost flips a switch. Like, she puts on a completely different demeanor than her nice, friendly self. The kind of demeanor where it's like, all right, it's time to throw these people out of my bar. And she grips a large metal ladle with one of her hands. And Lago, you can see it off to the side as she looks like she's gonna bring it up to smack Velasan in the head. But what do you say to defuse it as you see this?
Awesome. I think so. What you mean is that the food is for the salt of the earth type people whose tastes emanate from the rich hardiness of the earth instead of peasants.
Nice. Go ahead and roll diplomacy for her, and then Velasan, you can take this however you like.
On the chin, on the face, the eyebrow.
Can I use that power again?
Yeah, you totally can.
Oh man.
Holy shit!
Okay.
So again, you don't have to go by what the roll is, since it's player versus player. You can go however you feel like he said. Although his character did say it in like the most amazing, perfect moment kind of timing manner. Like Amiko immediately disarms, and she goes back to her friendly self, and she says, "Well, well, first we'll get Velasan's right."
Not being completely socially out of the norm, I noticed that I put her on edge, and I also am aware that Lagil, was it? Yeah,
Lagil.
just Lagil, just kind of diffused the situation for me, so I just awkwardly bow out.
Okay. Yeah, she glares at you for a moment and then turns like her friendly innkeeper attention to Lagil and says, "You look thirsty," and just pours you this big mug of, it's a pitcher actually of her famous mead, and says, "Are you still hungry? Sit."
Oh, I'm afraid there's much too much talking to be done. I rather exhale from the mouth instead of intake into the stomach. But I will take the drink, my lady. So, yeah, my lady. Yeah.
She hands it to you and thanks you again for your kind words.
He'll look at her and say, "So, many contacts from back home?"
No, my kind is quite rare around here. Although my homeland is very prosperous.
Indeed. Do you manage to keep in touch with anyone from back in your homeland?
It's, no, I don't, and for kind of it's a long story. You understand?
Oh, yes, of course. Forgive my prying. I'm far too curious about these things. I'll leave it be. You say, and at that I'll kind of disengage with a note of, "Hey, lady on her own from a rich land. Could be a possible business contact."
Cool. Yeah, and you think like she is the owner of an inn that's been around for a long time, so.
Probably pretty wealthy. So.
Yeah, that's something. All right, so again, you see Father Xantus taking the stage again. Are you all near, and are you all gonna hear what he's gonna say?
I was gonna walk towards Amiko, like, at one point.
Okay, sure, we can do that.
I was basically like, my character was just gonna thank her for the food and like just state how it reminds him of home. But like, pretty much that she was like did it very well.
I didn't catch that. What?
Well, did I pick up that great? I'm sorry. Like
you were gonna say to her
that she really like caught like the essence like from the home.
Oh.
You know?
Okay. Yeah, when you approach and say that to her, she like starts trying to like get a closer look at you. Do you have your hood on like in your token picture? Or?
That it's mainly just the mask like on my like towards my mouth.
Oh, okay. So you just have the mask on,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously you're a shade, right? So
Yeah, like
she just kind of looks at you strange,
Mm-hmm.
and she just says, "Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope. I do try to stay true to the recipe."
Just basically complimenting her at this point. Just that she really does a fine job on it. It's been like a long time since I've had food from the homeland.
Okay. She says, "Oh, thank you. May I have your name?"
Currently, I'm just known as Evan Cross.
Ah, there are many. There are many who hide behind such names, but you've come to the right place. There's. This is the place people come to let go of their past.
I might stay here later.
Well, come by my inn. I'll give you a good deal on a room.
All right, I'll see you later then. And then he's gonna walk towards since he sees father start going up towards the stand.
Yeah, before you leave, she does give you a very deep bow, which is, in her lands, is like she's showing you a great deal of respect.
Oh, he's totally gonna return that. Like,
Cool.
All right.
So, Father Xantus takes the stage. Is everyone kind of gonna meander closer, or are people doing other things?
Yeah, Val's gonna move closer to the middle.
I'll move close too, because just genuinely interested in this town since it's been so fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys have had fun. So yeah, he kind of does the same thing. You know, the villagers are much more not paying attention this time because everyone's had at least a pint of mead and ale, right? And not many people are paying attention. So you all see Father Xantus pull something out of his robes. It's a gun, and he starts shooting. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god!
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Whips out his fucking Glock.
Nah, wrong kind of gun.
But he really does pull out some kind of stone. For those of you who are actually paying attention to him and aren't sloshed off your ass, he does pull out a stone, and he raises it up with his frail little arm, and he throws it, and it hits the ground with a thunderous clap of noise. The excited crowd stops and turns to look as the thunderstone makes an extreme a thunderclap, and Father Xantus, now that he has the crowd's attention, looks like he's about to begin a speech of some sort. He clears his throat, takes a breath to speak, and before he does, a woman's scream slices through the air. And a moment later, another scream rises, and then another. Beyond the direction where you hear the screams, you hear a sudden surge of strange new voices, high-pitched, tittering shrieks that sound not quite human. The crowd part. What?
Sorry, at this point, Lagel is grabbing his crossbow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Oh, the crowd parts. Something low to the ground races by, giggling, with disturbing glee. Yeah, there's a lot of confusion. You all can't really see anything yet, but you hear something kind of giggling as the crowd parts. You all see a stray dog give a pained yelp and then collapse with a gurgle as people kind of clear from around it. And beside it, you see you see a small green creature with a bloody weapon who has just killed the dog. Over here. As the blood pools around the dog's head, you hear the strange sound of a song begin, chanted from shrill, scratchy voices. It goes, "Goblins chew and goblins bite, goblins cut and goblins fight, stab the dog and cut the horse, goblins eat and take by force." Everyone roll initiative. So to do that, yeah?
Now, just so I know, in this game, like, how well do dwarves and orcs and goblins get along?
Much the same as any kind of fantasy. They hate them.
Excellent. That roll?
Oh, here. Looks like none of these are getting on there. Make sure you click your token and then.
Yep.
Oh.
I think I have something. If they see me, they get like +2 initiative or something.
Since you guys aren't like a formed group, and that kind of implies that you're keeping everyone alert.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should apply that in this combat.
Okay, that's fair.
Right. So yeah, the crowd starts panicking. Goblins are kind of coming out of everywhere. You see they all have these crude blades of varying lengths and widths.
Ooh, okay. So should I do that again since I didn't have the token?
No, let's see. I can add you to Ebon Cross. And what'd you get?
I got 22.
Oh, nice. Okay. Did anyone else not make it on there? Looks like Ralkin didn't as well. And you got an 8? Okay. Everyone on there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Let me get all these gobos. Are you guys all good? Do you guys need a break or anything? You guys all?
I'm set for some combat, yo.
Okay, cool.
Ready to rock.
All good.
I might grab a water real quick while you're rolling those initiatives.
Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally fine.
Be right back.
Is there anything particularly disheveled about these guys? I'm trying to think of a good cutting words pun.
Sure. I'll give a good description. So yeah. Let's see.
Well, that's a lot of initiatives.
Yeah. But they're only goblins, right?
Only give gobs.
So they seem very kind of scatterbrained as you all are like looking around, sizing up the situation. You see a lot of them kind of like chasing dogs and horses and like kids, just kind of like not with any kind of military effort at all. They're just kind of just causing havoc and chaos and tipping over tables and just rolling around and fighting amongst themselves.
How tall are they?
Let me check. Goblin. So a goblin is between 3'4" and 3'8". Yeah, let me get some music going here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And if the music's too loud for any of you, you can adjust the volume. If you click on the little cogwheel, it's the last little tab there. There's a master music volume level for those of you.
Mhm.
Okay. So first up, everyone good? Everyone back?
Mhm.
Okay. So Evan Cross, you go first.
I'm gonna take this time to manifest my Sarigama. It's
Okay.
minor action.
So what does that look like?
It's a sickle with a chain that goes all the way down to a weight,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
What does it look like when you manifest it?
It for me it looks it's a really dark metal looking kind of like when it first comes out. It just it kind of shimmers like a little bit of purple.
Okay.
Like when you actually look at it.
Do you do any specific hand motions, or does it just pop into your hands or something?
He does put his hands together and does make a few symbols with it, and then it will come out.
Okay.
Kind of pulls it out of his hand.
Awesome. I like it. Okay, so that was a minor action.
And they're can I can see them from here, or are there people standing in my way?
You can see all the goblins. They're kind of running into the town center. There are a lot of people around you all, a lot more than what's shown here.
Okay. Would I be... Am I in the front of the crowd right now? Or am I because I was towards the back
Yeah. So yeah, you're the crowd's kind of running the other way, so I guess you're
I'm front and center. Okay.
Yeah, pretty close to the front.
Okay. I'm gonna look and see if there's any kind of stragglers towards kind of off to their side, by themselves doing stuff. And I'm gonna go for probably the one.
See lots over here, some over here.
I'll go towards the left here.
Okay.
And I have 6 movement.
6 is 30 feet of movement.
Okay. Yeah, speed 6. So 30 feet. I'm gonna move towards... I believe that's right, yeah. Right here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. Alright. I'll move towards there. And then I will try... range... How far can I hit with the whirling Kasarigama? About 10. Right?
That I believe that's a melee power.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a poisonous shuriken at the two of them.
Okay.
Alright. So I would do the hit first and then the macro. Right?
Just click the button.
Just click the button. Alright, cool.
Okay. So the first goblin you hit, you were targeting these two, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the first one you hit takes a shuriken to the neck and flips over this cart or this stand here and dies.
Oh, sweet.
The second one, you're maybe not used to fighting something so small and that moves around so much, and it flies over his head. And he turns his gaze to you and smiles with big, sharp teeth. Okay. I think that's all your actions.
It is.
Cool. Goblin here is going to get up on top of this weapon table here and start kicking the various weapons on the table onto the ground. This goblin is going to, I think, move up to this villager and try to attack. He hits him and kills this guy.
Oh no. Random guy.
Random dude.
No.
What a weakling.
Jesus.
He gets the short, kind of wide-bladed dagger of some sort through the belly.
You just got shivved.
Got prison shanked.
This goblin over here approaches you, Ebencross, after launching that shuriken at him. He doesn't seem too happy.
Definitely not.
So he will attack and miss horribly.
Awesome.
Serena.
Alright. Just gonna be drawing my great bow and seeing how they're all advancing. Just so this one doesn't get away, I'm gonna take aim at that one with a careful attack. So she pulls it off her back and draws an arrow and plants one end in the ground and just draws it, knocks it back as far as she can. While trying to get a good shot on that one.
That's a hit. Very nice. Which one was it again?
This one back here.
Oh, way back there. Okay, the one that just slit the dog's throat.
Yeah.
Doggy.
Alright, awesome. So yeah, you all see Serena launch a pretty massive arrow that sails past all these villagers and with like bullseye aim directly into this goblin and pins him into the ground next to the dog he just, the throat he just slit.
And then minor, I'll just quarry wrong. Actually, no, I'm not gonna bother with that one. Because it has to be my closest target.
Okay, so you're not gonna quarry?
Nope. And I'll just stand my ground.
Okay. So the next goblin, their song kind of picks back up again, and you all are catching more words of it. They say, goblins race and goblins jump, goblins slash and goblins bump, burn the skin and mash the head, goblins here and you'll be dead. Yeah.
Was that Shakespeare?
Can I roll to not piss myself?
This one is going to run over to where Miko had her table and start stuffing plates of salmon into his mouth.
What a man.
One. This one's chasing a dog through the streets. Spends his turn kind of running around, chasing it with his cleaver. Laggle.
So I can do both a move action and a standard action in the same turn?
Yeah, move, minor, and a standard.
Okay. So could I get up here as my move?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then let's see. So I should be able to see all these goblins then.
Oh yeah, you have good. Well, your shortness, it kind of cancels out your shortness, and you can see over the crowd.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the guy who just killed one and say, "Your attack plan is well composed as your, it's as craftily composed as your song," and make a cutting words attack.
Okay, awesome. Fucking bravo. All right, so what does it look like when you do cutting words? Are you
Basically,
Hmm?
it's. I think it kind of like magically enhances the aim of my arrow, and that's
Okay.
what drives it home more than the actual physical damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I see. So yeah, your arrow hits into him, and your words kind of confuse him, so he stumbles a few squares closer before dying.
Nice. And then
Sorry, you do have a minor left.
I'm not really sure what I could do with a minor, so I'll just kind of yell like a challenge, an inspiration, maybe, to the people to rally up.
Sure. You just like the crowd, or like the people actually providing some resistance?
Well, yeah, I'll shout at the crowd to try and get them a bit to start fighting back. At least try.
Okay. Why don't you make diplomacy?
Okay. And I'm definitely going to use the thing again.
That thing actually takes a minor action just to activate.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I'm just going to roll diplomacy. So that's
Okay.
+8.
Okay. So yeah, you see Father Xantus beside you, like kind of cowering behind the podium, and once he hears you start, shouting to the people to like rally and stay calm and fight back if they can, and get people. Father Xantus starts helping you. Also yell out, get the kids to safety, and it's hard to say what kind of effect it'll have. That's what you do.
Well, it makes me look good, if anything else. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm really doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so this goblin down here, he's going to move up, hop on top of this food stall here, right by Ralkin, and just stick his face completely in a pie. Start rubbing his face in it. It'd make any kind of pie contest eater be put to shame. And pie flings on you, Ralkin. Alright, so more of these goblins down here are going. They continue their song. Chase the baby, catch the pup, bonk the head to shut it up. Bones be cracked, flesh be stewed. We be goblins, you be food! And they start charging in. This one moves straight up to you, Serena. They should be afraid, but these ones seem to be just crazed. Like they have no fear. This one's actually going to move up and attack the strange bird man. Oh, crit.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Alright, Rolkin, the goblin sticks you in the leg with his rusty blade. And you take 4 damage.
Yeah. I'll kind of, in a yelp, kind of like, crows when they're kind of like, they fly off, they're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
I'll make like that, but like in pain.
Okay. As he, lands his pretty amazing strike, even for himself, he was amazed by it. He looks at his blade and he says, "Dog slicer, bird slicer," and he points at you. Yeah. Alright, so Goblin. Move up. I think he's just gonna charge Jenna.
Well, that's just a shame.
24.
I mean, do I need to say it?
God. Yeah.
Well, you could. I don't know your characters that well. You could have like an interrupt or something crazy.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, he hits you for 4 damage.
Cool.
Right.
Feel mildly annoyed.
So is there like no like dodge or anything like that in this game?
No, well, not really. There are some abilities you can activate. They're called interrupts, and also reactions. But reactions after like say someone attacks you. But no, you basically rely on your defenses to dodge things.
Okay, and if they roll higher than your defense and they hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
Valasan?
Okay. Let's see. I think I have, what, 8 movement? Let's see.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'd like to move a square from Ameko.
Okay.
Like right here.
My sheet's showing you a 6 speed.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So you can go
So-
30 feet.
30 feet. Alright, so, okay, I can go up to there. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm still gonna move right here. And then I'm going to cast Storm Pillar between the 2 goblins.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to roll anything.
Mhm.
Let me just draw something here. So what does that look like when you do a storm pillar?
Okay. So I, unarmed before, I will my orb of continuance from my bag. It centers itself in front of me, and I begin to weave my hands around it. The targeted area, the grass begins to move as lightning begins to coalesce into a shape, into an orb, and the orb fires off into the sky and into the ground as electricity surges through the floor.
Very cool. Cool. So, if they move in a square or into a square adjacent, they'll take damage.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they get away from it, they're gonna get electrocuted.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any minor actions?
I would like to point towards the goblin in front of me, eating Amieko's food.
Yeah.
Then I want to turn to her and say, "Do you see? Peasant food."
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was great.
That ladle is coming back out real fast.
She looks pretty terrified, but she does kind of glare at you for a moment as she's like trying to scramble away. But that was just so great. Alright, Ralkin.
Alright, can I shoot in melee or no?
It actually
I've never played D&D, so I don't know the rules for this.
Yeah, firing in melee provokes an attack. And you actually get 2 attacks from the 2 goblins. But what you can do as a move action is shift back 1 square, and you won't take an attack.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
So you shift back. To your right, you can see a villager cowering behind his stand, kind of gripping his knees to his chest as the goblin above him just slurps down pies one after the other, and you see bits of pie landing on the merchant's head, and he looks up at you with like pleading eyes.
Would I be able to attack still, or no?
Yes, you can.
I'll just kind of like look at the villager and then look at the goblin and then look at the villager again and then just shoot the goblin in front of me, I guess.
Okay, sweet. What attack are you gonna use? Bullseye or?
I have. I can use a standard action. Or
Yeah, you have a standard action.
let's see. Let's see. Test for next year. Sure. I'll do paint the bullseye.
Okay. And just looking at your sheet here, you do have an interrupt. You can help someone if they're hit by an attack. Throwing that out there.
What does that mean?
You have powerful warning.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone gets hit near you, you can help them.
Oh, okay.
You just say you want to use it, and then you can roll it.
Cool. So yeah, I'll shoot this one in front of me.
Okay. So click the button. Okay. Nice. Your arrow flies true. What kind of bow do you have? Just a longbow?
I have a longbow, but it has like a lot of like carvings on it, and it's kind of like like stringed with like feathers and whatnot, like all over it.
What color's the wood?
It probably looks like it was made out of a really old tree, so it probably looks like rotten.
Oh wow.
But it's still like in reliable condition. It's just the way the wood looks, I guess.
Nice. Well, your point blank shot flies true, and you skewer this goblin, and he flies back a good 3 feet before dying.
All right. Can I mimic what the goblin said to me?
Yes, you can.
I'll do that then, and I'll look at the other goblin while he's eating like pie.
He looks up angrily at you from his pie, more annoyed that you interrupted him.
It's very, very understandable.
Yeah. All right, Jenna. Rozzy, you're muted.
Sorry, I was coughing.
No worries.
Alright. Gonna start with luring strike, since I can use that to shift before I even hit. And Val's kind of a dick. So it's my shift 1. Strike is should be flat.
Okay, so you attacked this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so he ran right up to the dog, and the dog was apparently this dead villager's dog, as the dog was kind of standing protectively by this dead villager right here. And the goblin finally had caught up to it as he was chasing him, and he doesn't even see your blade flashing. You do have a blade, right? A sword of some sort.
Yeah, it's a sword.
Okay, yeah, and you can describe what you do to him with your luring strike.
Alright, I mean, I'm pretty much just sidestepping away from the one there and then slashing at this guy. It's supposed to be to get their attention, but you know, can't
So-
help if it kills them.
Yeah, it definitely killed him, and the dog looks up at you, like, with appreciative eyes.
There's the extra shift, so
Before you spin away.
yeah. And then I'm just gonna minor to mark this guy.
Okay. What color do you want it to be?
I'm a tiefling, so let's be red.
Cool. So you mark him. What does your mark look like? What's going to how are you distracting him or taunting him or what?
I am not certain. I didn't think that through.
It's
Considering
okay. It could
it's
just
a
be like
really
you.
fucking strange mark.
Well, it could just be that if it's nothing physical, you just adopt a very threatening stance. And
I suppose. I mean, it's just weird magic shit.
yeah. Okay. So that's it for you. All right, we've come full circle. Ebencross.
All right. I am going to attack the goblin next to me. It's just with the Kesaragama basic.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So let's see here.
Okay, so is there the difference between the other one? That's fine.
So let's see.
I don't
So unfortunately, your first attack misses, which
Okay.
means you don't get your second attack.
Alrighty.
Because this is based off reflex. He's very, very nimble, and he does a little roll underneath your shadowy swing.
Alright. I am going to shift backwards this way. One.
Okay.
And that is it.
Oh, he shifts here.
Oh, what a man.
I forgot when you miss them with an attack, they shift 1 square.
Oh, what a god.
So as he's rolling underneath your swing and you're kind of moving backwards, he rolls up to you and smiles at you with his little teeth there. Okay. Any minors you got? Nothing?
No, not really.
Okay. Alright, this goblin that was on the table here sees the crackling blue orb of electricity and it gets his attention to there might be something interesting over here. So he's gonna start moving. 3, 4.
Okay.
And he's gonna attack you, son.
Oh, okay.
And fail horribly. Okay. This goblin that just rolled up to Ebencross will also do the same thing. He hits you.
No.
Relkin, do you want to save your friend? I mean, I say friend.
I mean, some guy in the crowd, you know?
Okay, but do you want to use your ability, Relkin?
Matt?
What's up?
Do you want to use your interrupt you have?
For who?
Ebencross, the guy near you, just got hit.
Sure.
Okay.
I gotta roll for that, right?
I don't think it's a real power, so... Shit, I'm hearing an echo from you. So what it does is you get a +2 power bonus to all defenses versus the attack, Ebencross. I don't think that's enough to help you, but
No.
you get to make a melee basic against the goblin.
Okay.
Okay. So, yeah, let's see here. All right, so this is what happens. Ralkin, what do you say that? What do you say to Ebencross that gets his attention? Because okay, your mic in. So yeah, Ebencross. Ralkin will describe what he's gonna say in a moment. But what happens is you hear this sound and you turn your attention to the goblin bringing up his rusty dog slicer, about to cut your leg, and you quickly are able to bring your what's it called again? A Surigama.
Sarigama.
Yeah, you're able to bring it down and parry. As you parry him, you also take his arm off, and he falls down bleeding to death.
Yes.
Before his strike can even connect with you. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So,
Alright, so
yeah, oh, go ahead, Matthew.
you said I need for the interrupt or whatever?
Yeah, your interrupt, you did or said something that helped Ebencross get a blow in.
Let's see. I don't know really what he would say other than like insults or weird noises.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a noise that got his attention.
Yeah, I'd probably do like some type of like squawking noise to like get his attention and what did it do? Help him like block it or something?
The attack would have connected, but it did help Ebencross get a blow in, and that killed the goblin before his attack even connected. So it was very successful.
Yes.
Let's see. I'd probably just like squawk or something, since I don't really know this guy and I wouldn't really know what to say.
Okay. Well, Ebencross, you definitely saw this Birdman before. During your scope out of the town, you were keeping an eye out for kind of what was going on in the illicit behavior. You kind of put him away in your mind maybe as potentially shady, but he definitely somehow saved you. All right, Serena, your turn.
Seeing how they've gotten closer and they're showing to be fearless, she's going to try and test that with Dragon Fear.
Nice.
So it'd be 3. Just making sure if he's in distance. No, he's just out of. So literally, as they're running up to her, she would just turn around and a loud bestial roar, and you could feel just the earth shake. So,
Is it just 3 within your range?
yeah, because it's 5 squares from me. 1 with 10 probably didn't hit.
So that's. Yeah, I think the 10's gonna be the only one that misses. So it was this one and this one.
Alright. So
Put some icon on them. What does that do? They just take attack rolls and grant CA?
Yep. Until the end of my next turn, so -2 for them and CA for everyone. And then immediately after that, it looks like she's going to take another deep breath again, and you see like a gleam of blue in her eyes before she opens up her maw again, and it's just a tidal wave of water. And it's
Ooh.
Against the tube just below me.
Okay. And does this come out of your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's like a geyser out of nowhere.
Is it so? I know you haven't even rolled it yet, but is this like? Are you shooting like a beam that like a pressure washer like would cut through stuff, or like
Pretty much like a beam that would cut through.
Okay,
so
sweet.
It's just covering the 3 area for what I could hold it for that long.
Sweet. I like it. Okay, so hits both of them. Nice. Yeah, awesome. So your watery, almost pressure washer-like beam of water just cuts through them, sends them tumbling backwards, bruised, battered. You can hear, everyone can hear bones breaking from them just getting knocked back, almost from like someone sprayed a fire hose at them times 10 or something. But yeah, they both die.
And then just minor mark him with a quarry.
Okay. What color do you want that to be?
Just go with blue.
Okay, perfect. Okay, this goblin, he's going to be kind of fascinated by this blue orb and threatened by it. So he will try to attack it. So he takes the 7 damage and gets electrocuted and dies. Laggle.
Would you count the sheriff up there as one of my allies?
Yes.
Technically? Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna use my daily power to, interesting. Program's not loading. Anyways, I'm gonna use my daily power, the, what you call it?
Saga of Rivalry?
Yeah. So that, and I'm going to focus it against the, sorry, World 20 is giving me issues.
It's cool.
Don't worry, we're used to
the
it.
one closest, yeah. And I'm going to do that against the one against Rakil, the one closest to him. So he's going to have to get to the sheriff. In this turn, I'll take 5 damage. And the sheriff gets +2 to power attacks.
So we'll see. Do your roll. Yeah, that's within your normal range. So, oh, you did it already. So 12 versus AC. He is granting CA. Actually, a 14. Still actually misses him, but it does half damage. Unfortunately, since he's a minion, on a miss they never take any damage, but the effect still happens.
Okay.
So you choose to ally way over there, and this guy is going to take 5 damage if he's not adjacent to that.
Yep. And then, as my minor action, I'm going to activate the Word of Friendship, and then just try and do what I did last turn with the trying to just shout and rally the people.
Okay. Go ahead.
15 this time.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, and don't take me not moving their tokens around for they're just standing there. They are like moving around, battling other goblins, hiding. You know, they're doing stuff, and your words definitely help. You know, when people are like, you see some kids that are that aren't like moving, that are kind of like looking for direction, and they hear your voice, and you see them run to safety. So you're definitely making a difference in this.
And then I'm also going to take one more, spend the action point.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. To shoot the fire metal shot at the one attacking Val.
Okay, sweet.
So.
Wow, very nice. So what does your fire metal shot look like?
It's just it looks like a standard arrow first, until it goes in, and you see it just instantly kind of turn like arc welder right. So.
Awesome. So it turns like red hot, like the tip of it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, it easily cuts into this goblin in front of you, Valisan, and it pierces straight through him like hot knife through butter, and he like looks down at this seared hole in his chest, and it almost looks surprised, like he's, for a moment he touches his front and touches his back, and then he falls over dead. Okay, very nice. Lago, nice kill count you got going on here. All right, so it's this goblin's turn, the one you marked with Saga of Rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
So if it is not adjacent, I assume that means by the time his turn ends, if he's not adjacent.
I'd imagine so.
Okay. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to do that, but he'll at least move up and attack Ralkin before he dies.
Okay.
Oh, and that's actually at -2 because of the Dragon Fear. Does a 13 hit you, Ralkin?
How do I check that?
It'll be against your AC. So if it's, I think, what is it? Higher than it hits.
If it meets,
Yeah,
it hits.
if the
My
13
AC,
is
my AC
higher
is,
than you.
my AC is 15.
Okay, so he whiffs it. And so Lago, how does your arrow that you shot at him kill this guy like a turn later?
Let me look up what the actual description of it.
Sure. It could just be arcane kind of magic that you're weaving, like, you know, that's a thing.
Vaporized.
Not adjacent to that, allies. The ally gain. Okay. Well, basically at this point, it's just an arcane hit as I complete kind of like the old dwarven song of hate and fury.
Oh, nice. I like it. Yeah.
Especially
So,
designed to insult goblins.
oh, very nice. So I imagine some like dwarven runes, kind of maybe even being branded on his flesh for him ignoring your commands.
Yep.
And he just dies.
Yep.
Okay. So this last goblin, sees his friend attack the lightning orb and die. Think what he would do. Probably run over here, attack Jenna. So he'll do that. 14.
Pathetic.
Okay. So you easily parry his attack. Valisan.
Okay. So my storm pillar
Yes. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, it's actually still there.
I was gonna
but-
say it disappears at the end of my turn. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since he moved away and he's the last.
Okay. What I'm going to do. I'm going to move about, what is that? 4 squares to the left. I don't know how many feet that is.
20 feet.
20 feet? Yeah, there you go. And I'm going to cast a storm pillar directly behind the goblin.
I guess that would prevent his escape.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Alright, Ralkin.
Alright, can I Can I try to convince this villager to run to safety, like somewhere over
Sure.
there?
Make a bluff check.
All right.
Because he's feeling pretty safe here, so you have to kind of make something up, like the goblin set a bomb on his cart or something.
Try to get free pie.
Do you have any modifiers?
Let's see. Skills. It's whatever's next to the skill, right? So this is 7.
Yeah, you have a +7. Okay, 17. I'm gonna try an insight check from the villager. Let's say he has a plus. So yeah, he believes you. So what do you say to get him to run off?
I'll kind of be like, did you? Because there's some weird magic shit going on over here, right?
Oh yeah, dwarven runes, burning goblins in half, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of like say like, run, you fool, before it hurts you too, or something along those lines.
Okay, yeah, he starts sprinting the other way. Okay, what else do you do?
Can I kind of like walk behind here and like look to see if he has any like coins and?
Oh yeah, he has
gold?
a cash box.
Yeah,
Make a thievery or stealth check to kind of conceal, unless you don't care about concealing that you're stealing the box.
Let's see.
And I'll give you a +2 to it since you're behind kind of cover. Actually, I'll give you a +4 because it is battle too.
Alright, I'll do I'll do stealth since at least I'll have a +1.
So +5 total. Ooh, okay. So you get a 23. Everyone roll perception real quick. Just in the off chance that you see it.
Yeah, I'm legitimately not going to get that.
Let me just check my skill real
I
quick.
don't have any perception bonuses.
Okay.
I'm at perception 8.
Okay, so Relkin, you got a 23, and he got a 23. So I think I think in this case, he would see you. Yeah, I mean, he is super far away, but he does kind of have like a height advantage right now. So Laggle, I mean, while you're serving the battle and kind of directing the the peasants to safety, you see the Birdman kind of go back there and stuff something under his cloak.
Well, I don't approve of general thievery. I'm not one to go throw an asset away by just blabbing about it. So, mental note.
Yeah, of course, in the middle of combat, you're just going to take a mental note.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any other actions, Rauken?
How much do I don't think I can really do anything other than that. So
you just want to just kind of duck down there and hide? I mean, there's only one goblin left. So.
I won't really hide, but I'll kind of just like sit there and kind of like take one of the pies off the counter and just kind of flick like a coin on the counter and just start eating the pie.
Oh, how generous of you. Okay. Cool. Find a pie that isn't slobbered on by a goblin. And Jenna, your turn.
I mean, I might as well mark this guy.
Okay.
And then just try to like whack him a bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
A measly whacking.
Yeah, so you go to swing. As soon as you do, he ducks down because he sees this lightning this ball of crackling lightning appear behind him, and then just by total like accident, he dodges your blow as he turns to look at this orb, and he also shifts one as you miss him. Anything happen when he shifts?
No.
No. Eben Cross.
Alright.
Of course, the last goblin is gonna be a pain.
Yeah.
Never
Of course.
fails.
I'm going to. Down. Believe, is that enough range? How far is it? For shuriken toss. How far is that?
If it says 5, that's 5 squares.
I believe it's 6. Is the without penalties? I could check real quick.
Because currently it just tells me ranged in 1, 2, or 3 creatures.
And yeah, 6 squares. So 30 feet.
Alright, I'm gonna throw 1 towards the goblin.
Okay. Okay. 1 damage is enough to kill him. And he dies.
Oh, sweet.
So do your shuriken look? What do they look like?
They're just this standard,
Okay.
yeah.
Nothing special about them.
No, not currently.
Okay. So yeah, the goblin had his back to you, and Jenna, you see him, King Genji, jerk in pain, and he falls face down into the dirt. And you see in his back, the back of his neck, he has a shuriken buried into.
All right,
Cool.
Oh, that's all of them, right?
that's it.
Yep.
Just gotta kind of glance around just to double check, but you don't see anything. All right.
Yeah, so what do you guys do? There's still lots of chaos going on, and there's still goblins in the city.
I would probably move away from the cart and
Yeah, you guys can move freely. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
and just kind of sit back, to be honest, and just kind of watch the events unfold. I might do something after.
I'm gonna go try to get my shurikens back out of the 2 goblins I did kill with them.
Lago will just kind of keep, trying to rally the people and get some kind of defense organized.
You see, the sheriff is one of the only people fighting. There are some town guards, but
I'll start berating the people for the lack of moral courage and, the weak will at defending their homes.
yeah, the sheriff has done most of the killing and a pretty good job at it.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can berate people.
Want me to roll another diplomacy check for that?
That's just a auto
Okay.
succeed.
Fair enough.
Cool. Anyone else doing anything?
I guess I might.
Hey, quickly pay my respects to this dead fuck.
The dog licks your hand.
I'll pet the dog.
He wags his tail.
I would just kind of glance over the goblins and see if they have anything interesting. If not, then just immediately fix my cloak and mask and then go to retrieve the arrow from the other one that was way back here.
Was that the only arrow you shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll a d20. Okay, your arrow's intact.
Just wipe off the blood on the goblin.
Yeah, at this point, about the same time you all cleaned up, he's cleaned up the kind of goblins in his vicinity that he was fighting.
I would go and probably ask the sheriff, like, were they a known issue before the celebration?
He looks as if he's about to start speaking when you all hear a sound coming from up north. See a wagon that's been set on fire rolling towards all of you. And good thing I kept the initiative order up.
Jump in the fountain.
Let me more music and roll initiative for these guys. So yeah, you can tell the city is still well under siege and the battle is raging. There seems to be goblins everywhere. These ones have set some cart that was apparently full of wood, maybe for the bonfire coming up. They lit it on fire and they're pushing it towards you all. You all think that if it impacts something, it could explode and flame, or fling at least flaming logs everywhere, which would spread fire, not explode. Their bonfires don't have explosives in them.
Oh, of course they came up by the well.
Yes, the well. You didn't check it. I had such high hopes for you.
Every time.
The well. And again, they seem to be still singing the same song, and they also have a goblin with them that seems to be singing a bit louder than the rest of them, and is dressed differently as well. That guy. All right, Ebencross first.
I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm going to try to I'm gonna use one with shadow because I'm behind the cart. They can't see me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to stealth from them.
Okay. Roll your stealth.
Alright. Alright.
Okay, that's pretty sick. Also, you get an additional bonus because when you have partial concealment, you get a bonus to your
Alright.
+1. Alright. So you're practically invisible back there.
Okay.
So Mr. Mage over here, he stays back behind his line of goblins, keeps ushering them on. You also see they seem to have a dog with them, but not a normal dog by any means. It looks more like a rat. Okay. Gonna move up and help push the wagon. This one is going to this goblin over here. He has a bucket from the well on his head, and he's using it as a helmet. He's going to charge forward as if he was armored by the gods.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he just double moves up. sprints across the field. The little goblin that could.
Am I technically in a melee with him now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay. Do I at least get the height advantage because I'm on the table?
I don't know. I don't think there's a height advantage in 3.
It makes you feel better.
I mean, you are taller than him if that's king.
Yes. So.
Yeah. Alright, so more goblins. One's gonna help push the cart. Moves up another square. Push the cart. Do it. So, Serena, your turn.
Alright, I kind of see the so-called dog.
Roll initiative for him. Yeah.
And I'm gonna plant my bow again like I did before and take aim square on it. Try and nail it dead on.
Okay. Okay, sweet. Okay, he's definitely dead. One of the nearby goblins shrieks out in common and says, "No, bone biter!"
I might as well take an action point and try to shoot him if I can see him.
You can see all of them.
Alright.
The ones directly behind the cart, like kind of closest to it, probably have partial cover from the angle.
So yeah.
These other ones all have. So are out in the open.
After immediately dropping the dog, draw another and take a long breath, and then steady myself as much as I can to try and shoot the leader in the back. From what I could tell, is the leader.
Oh, the mage?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
He would have cover also from his ally in front of him.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, it just kind of clinks into the well.
Damn.
Any moves?
I gotta stay where I'm at.
Nagel.
Could I shift back 1 and still be able to range attack him?
Oh yes.
Okay. I'm going to shift back 1 and then tell him, your smell got here way faster than you did. And then, cutting words.
Awesome. Yeah, so in his rage, he starts moving towards you, and as he kind of gets up to you, you point blank pull the trigger because of your taunt. He charged you, and your arrow flies into his chest, and he falls off the stage dead.
Minor action, try and rally the people still, even though they seem to have
at this
given up.
point, if you just give up your minor, it'll just be an auto success for you because
Okay, fair
you've already
enough.
gotten really good rolls.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
Yep. Okay, next more goblins. Runs up, pushes the cart. Okay, Valasan.
Okay. So they're pushing that cart towards us, correct?
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
and the cart's kind of picking up speed at this point.
Okie dokie. Alright, I'm going to move up 6 spaces. Yeah. Does moving diagonally, like,
You can
I do
move
that?
down. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then with the Yep, it's cast range within squares. I'm going to cast Howling Wall in front of the cart.
Ooh. Okay.
So, wall, and it just creates a giant wall of wind in front of the cart. I'm hoping that will stave it off for at least a turn.
It's not exactly what that attack does. It's more like
No? Oh, okay.
like a wind blows through. It doesn't create a static wall. It's like
okay.
But does it create? Oh, sorry.
Yes, it does redirect the cart a bit.
Mm-hmm. So I could still move. I could still slide the cart, or.
Anything else?
I will, as a minor action, or it's a free action, I believe, or I could use my Orb of Inevitable Continuance, and I can make one of my effects that would normally end at the end of a turn last until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yes, so I'd like to use that on the Howling Wall.
Well, like, the Howling Wall doesn't go into the end of your next turn anyways.
Yeah, it's not one of those powers.
That's the slow. That's the slow. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Then yeah, that'll be it. I just cast the Howling.
Okay. Ralkin, what are you doing?
Alright, let's see. Is this a house right here?
Yeah.
Is there a chimney on this house?
Sure. Yeah, there's a chimney on every house.
Can I try to climb this house?
Yes, you can. It's part of a move action, so your first move action would be moving up to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Second move action, if you downgrade your standard, you could try a climb check.
Alright.
Let's say this is what. Okay, go ahead and make your athletics roll.
Alright.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Do you have any bonuses or anything?
For athletics, 8.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. So yeah, you easily clamber up onto the roof.
Awesome.
So that's you could get to like there if you wanted.
Yeah, would I be able to like get to the chimney at all?
Yeah, we'll say you're by the chimney.
Yeah, I'll just, if possible, kind of like lean up against the chimney.
Yeah, you can do that.
So try to, yeah.
Okay, you're looking down at Evan Cross, and I assume he. Oh, actually, you're not looking down at him because he's like invisible right now. But he can see you. All right, Jenna.
Alright. Start off with 1, 2, 3, 6. I mean 6. And then moving 6 again. Hoping people will provide some form of backup as I action point to charge.
Action point charge. Nice.
Perfect. Right in my range to get to this guy.
Sweet.
And then foe snare, which this one. Damn it. Oh well, at least I got up here.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So he. Oh yeah, he gets to shift one.
Whatever.
Whatever. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Goblin's turn. He runs towards the cart because they've been kind of like sprinting to keep up to it. Oops, I just moved him off. Yep. They've been like running to keep up with the cart because they've been trying to like push it to gain speed. And as he's running towards the cart, he kind of sees you midway, so he's going to charge you and fail.
Pathetic.
Yeah. Evan Cross.
Okay. We're gonna try to move along, like towards this way,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I can go. I believe it's there. Do I need to make any checks for these?
No, like, are you trying to stay hidden though?
Yeah.
Moving at any more than just a couple squares, you get massive penalties, like I believe a -10.
Okay. So I would be able to move. So I was here. Just a couple squares, basically.
Yeah, I think it's you can do 2 without major penalty. Yeah, so kind of as soon as you break cover, you're technically not gonna have stealth anymore.
Yeah. Plans are going away, man.
But you could easily move up to a different piece of cover and then try to stealth again.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna move as far as I can. This
Yeah, that's
way.
a little stall.
Like this is we're just gonna move over there.
And you want to stealth?
Yeah.
I really doubt they have any kind of chance.
I don't think they're paying attention to me right now.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, because how it goes off their passive perception unless they're actively looking for you, and
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that.
So, just gonna keep
Okay.
moving along.
All right, so Mr. Mage is going to shoot some stuff at you, Jenna.
Some stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, he misses. He shoots a green ray out of his staff that just kind of engulfs you, but doesn't affect you. You manage to shrug off whatever kind of magic he's using. It feels really weak to you. You're used to much stronger magic. All right, this goblin's turn. He's gonna run up and push the cart some more. Keep giving it speed. And the cart's rolling pretty fast. It moves 2 squares.
Luckily, right to the fountain full of water.
Yeah, you know how notice how it's shaped kind of like a ramp? Like a, you know, at a skate park, those like holes that.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
This goblin, who's lagging kind of behind, will run up to Jenna. Attack. He can't reach the wagon.
So that one hits.
4 damage.
Yeah, not like big deal.
He lets out a howl as he kind of just barely nicks you and says, "Dog slicer!" And this goblin, again, he's kind of out of reach of the wagon, so he'll move up. He crits you. 4 damage.
4 damage.
Yep. This one's gonna move. 1, 2. Bump. And he's gonna hop on the wagon and immediately realize his mistake as it keeps careening forwards a little bit.
I'm just gonna yell out for everyone to clear the area, and then knock an arrow and start running forward. And take aim at this one with a careful attack, and just turn my bow to the side. Be sure not to shoot the crazy tiefling that I saw just run up. Oh my god.
Well then.
My turn?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Or you keep muting yourself.
Which one did you shoot? Sorry, I guess I
attempted to
muted
shoot.
myself. Yeah.
The one
Yeah, it was this
to the
one,
right.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They literally just call out the thief and they're like, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah, you're pretty distracted when you make the shot, and maybe you're making the shot just to kind of distract them more than anything. And it just kind of flies wide. Okay. Laggle?
So, there's nothing I can really do to stop this wagon, right?
I don't know, maybe.
Could I shoot a wheel off?
Possibly, you want to try?
Be a man.
You know what? Yeah, first I'm going to move. Just two. And then I'm going to shoot it. Can I use my cutting words to say, I don't know how to use Salt and Wagon. Maybe Jinx. Jinx shot.
Okay. Nice. That's a good roll. I think you managed to take off the wheel.
Sweet.
So this is what happens. You fire off your crossbow bolt, and it cracks into the axle of the wheel, like holding the wheel on, and the wheel kind of falls off right as it hits the lip of the fountain. So it crashes down and makes a makeshift catapult out of all the flaming wood on the wagon as the wagon, jerks down to a complete stop, and the back flies forward. The goblin and all the flaming wood go flying. So, let's see here. This entire area is engulfed in flaming logs and pieces of goblin.
Well, at least it didn't hit any of the buildings.
Yep.
I'll apologize for destroying the table.
Cool.
Mhm.
So anything else? Or are you still just yelling at people?
Still just trying to get people to actually, not just let goblins stab them, but actually try and defend themselves. So.
This goblin runs. Okay. This goblin runs up and tries to push the wagon. He doesn't know why it stopped, as it, had settled back down right there. So he spends his turn doing that. Valisan?
Okay. I'm going to... do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, I'm going to cast Conduit of Ice on the goblin directly in front of Jenna.
Okay.
Okay. So I rolled a hit.
Yep, you just click the macro.
Oh, it's just the macro, okay.
Okay. Very nice. So what does that look like?
Okay, so as he had done with Storm Pillar before, Valisan begins weaving his hands around his orb. At the target location, the three goblins staying next to each other, they notice the moisture around them and on their bodies begins to swarm around the middle goblin, and it begins spinning faster and faster, turning into ice. It all comes together, encasing the middle goblin in ice, and then explodes in a flurry of snow.
Cool. Yeah, so this entire zone is difficult terrain as it just explodes into ice and snow and, you know, frost and everything. And any of these enemies that end their any enemy that ends their turn there will take some damage. Very nice. Cool. Rawkin?
Alright, is this chimney big enough for me to fit in?
It was a chimney for an inn, so I guess you could, yes.
Did the middle goblin not take damage from it, or is he just like...
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Definitely dead.
Yeah.
I just forgot to delete him.
So does it look like there's fire or like heat coming out of the chimney at all?
No, they didn't bother lighting it yet. They're gonna have a bonfire outside.
Hey, I'm gonna try to jump into the chimney.
Okay. Do you want to try to climb down it or fall down it?
I'll try to climb.
Okay. Roll athletics. Fucking bird pop out of your chimney. Okay. Yeah, you're used to scaling these sheer kind of surfaces, and you easily are able to slide down it. Let's see. I'm gonna make an attack versus your fortitude.
Right.
Does that beat it?
No. I have a fortitude of 14.
Okay. So, you know, there's tons of soot and ash and smoke and all kinds of stuff that kind of gets rustled up, but you're not affected by it.
Just kind of shake it off my feet.
Okay, you're at the bottom. What do you do?
What do I see exactly?
The inside of a tavern. This looks to be the tavern that was serving the venison.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, tables, chairs. See a couple people hiding in here.
I'll try to like persuade them to go help everyone outside, saying that we really need help against the goblin attackers.
Okay, you can look at them and tell they're non-combatants. Is that the argument you want to go with? Or do you want to think of something else?
Let's see. I'll say that there's a giant. Can they see outside?
Not from. No, they're like huddled down.
I'll be like, quick, hurry! You must vacate the premises. He says there's a giant cart of fire coming this way.
Okay. Roll bluff. Well, I mean, technically it's not a lie, but bluff or diplomacy. The chimney bird legend. He comes down your chimney. He doesn't care if you've been good or bad. He only wants your belongings.
I'll make a diplomacy.
So that's a 20. I'll just roll a check just to see like whether they believe you or not.
Can I re-roll that?
What do you mean?
Like you said, you can use like the action point or whatever to re-roll it.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do.
I want to see if I can get a better one.
Okay.
Come on. Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, I'm not even gonna try. They definitely believe you, and you know, eagerly rush out to seek better shelter that isn't about to be hit by a flaming wagon.
Awesome.
So on your next turn, you'll have the entire tavern to yourself.
Dope.
Fucking god. This is amazing. I love this. This is so amazing.
All right, Jenna. How does this cold make you feel? Unnatural cold that you're sloshing around in.
It's fucking annoying.
Because you're pretty warm-blooded, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pain. Alright. Well, I had a plan, and now that plan's ruined.
Is it ruined by the snow?
Yeah, it is. It's mostly the fact that I can't shift and I refuse to take 3 attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go for slightly less ridiculous of mark this guy.
Okay.
And then attack this guy
Okay.
with Frostwind Blade.
Oh, sweet. So you kill them both.
Yeah.
What does your Frostwind blade look like? Do you kind of use some of Valisan's ice around you?
Hell yes.
I can't hear you. What?
I said hell yes. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, so you sweep your blade up and it kind of gathers and collects the ice and snow on the ground, and you start it almost becomes an extension of your sword, and you start slicing them with razor shards of ice, and you kill 2 goblins. Calculated.
It was all planned.
All right, cool. Anything else?
Nah, I think that's about all I can manage. Cause I fucking just had to dump a fucking difficult terrain on top of me.
There were 4 goblins all grouped up. It looked too tasty.
Mr. Eben.
All right.
I would definitely trust a giant bird coming out of my chimney.
Just moving there. This one over here is dead, right?
No, he's alive. He's trying to push the wagon.
Oh.
It's not
alright.
working though.
It's not working.
No, it seems to be missing a wheel, which he's just now finding out.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna throw a shuriken at him.
Okay.
Damn it! I had a great cutting wood attack for him.
All right. So he as he's like giving up from pushing the wagon and starts scratching his head, he kind of looks your direction for a moment, just in time to see the shuriken landing square beneath his eyes, and then he dies.
Yes. I've done something this encounter. I feel satisfied. Alright, that's it.
All right, Goblin Mage will, let's see. So he's gonna try to blast you with some more green stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And again, just totally.
I'm getting slimed.
You know, they should tell him that there's some help for a wizard who can't get the staff up nowadays.
Alright, so this goblin is kind of freaked out by all the ice around him, but is still pretty focused on attacking you. And misses you, and then dies for ending his turn in the zone. He, you see, like, his... What, did you say something, Rosie?
No, I
Oh.
coughed.
His You see as he's like shivering, and you can tell he's really being affected by the cold. As he strikes at you, you parry away his blade, and he kind of stumbles backwards, and his legs at the knee break off, and he falls backwards with his legs frozen to the ground, and he dies.
This is some ReZero tier shit. fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal and painful. He screams. Serena.
So, seeing how the only the Goblin Mage is left and the crazy Tiefling is fine.
Albeit cold, but yes.
Corey, the Goblin Mage.
Okay.
And then move up 1, 2, 3, and make an invasive strike against it.
Ooh.
Or wait, that's the wrong one. That would be the damage button.
Damn, that's a lot of damage.
If I can get it to hit.
Okay. Is that verse AC?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And then add on a quarry, so 24 damage.
Oh, damn. Okay. You land. Actually, what does that attack look like? Is that the first time you've used it?
Yeah. So basically, as I draw my next arrow, I kind of stand on like the ball of my heel, and kind of like bounce back and forth, almost like shifting, to get a better, basically visual of the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I have it, like I just plant my feet and immediately draw and loose the arrow in just one fluent motion as soon as I stopped. So I don't even get a full draw back, and it's just immediately going straight for the one open spot that I saw on him.
Yeah, it rips into his arm, and his blood splashes onto the ground, and his arm is now hanging at his side limp. And he shouts at you in some foreign tongue. Unless you speak Goblin, then you know what he's...
No.
Laggle. You
He's
have
still alive?
flaming... Yeah, he's still alive. You have flaming debris next to you.
Yeah. Does this technically count as a different encounter than the last one?
Nope.
I usually...
All the
okay.
same encounter.
Okay. I'm just gonna run up to right behind there.
Uh-huh.
Look at the goblin and say, "Not surprised you can't get the wand up." And cutting words.
I didn't quite hear that. Did you say not surprising that you can't get your wand up? Or...
Yep. And that's where I rolled a 20.
That's fucking great. And then you rolled great. So he screams in rage as, you're technically pulling him 2 squares, but he sprints forward at you, and little does he know you already had fired your arrow at him as you taunted him, and it thuds into his chest, and he squeals with his staff limp at his side. Happens to a lot of goblins.
Is that how'd you say to him as his eyes like slowly close?
So,
Oh, he's dead?
He's dead, but more goblins. There always is, right?
Yes. It's okay. I'm having fun slaughtering goblins.
There appears to be one last group of goblins up ahead of you all. They appear to be hassling a man and his dog. So I will... You all can see that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, so the sounds of battle and clanging swords bring all of your attention up to the north end of town. where, or the square, I should say. Let's see. It's there's a goblin. This guy, the rogue, he's mounted on this his goblin dog, right here. There, he's mounted on it, and he is bravely attacking a noble and what looks to be the noble's hunting dog. The noble has, you know, a sword, and he's trying to fight them off. And yeah, once I roll initiative, we can continue.
Oh, riding the goblin dog? Yeah,
No, just the like, he looks like the leader. He's the only one riding the dog. The rest of them just have their dogs kind of set loose. Let's see. We'll continue the initiative from Nagel's turn.
Okay. So my turn.
Yeah, you did a move and a standard, so you do have a minor.
Yeah, just rally the people.
Okay. Just pointing out, you can heal as a minor. Just.
Can I heal someone else?
Yes.
Okay, well.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just pointing it out.
I'll wait for someone to actually get really hurt before I start doing that.
Fair enough. So at this point, you go to rally the people, and you look back and you see that they're not panicking. They're actually watching you all fight and just slaughter these goblins. With they're all standing. Some people are even cheering you all on. Yeah, go us.
Gonna just shake my head. See it.
Yes, the bird.
Just out, like, I imagine that, like, he's like in the tavern, he just opened the window, just.
Balancon?
Oh, my turn. Okay.
Yeah. They're all kind of engaging the noble, and he's kind of keeping them at bay right now.
And that difficult terrain still persists, even if the goblins did.
What?
The difficult terrain by conduit, is it?
Oh,
does it still persist?
let me see what was the duration on that.
I think it's till the end of my next turn.
So it'll go away this turn.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Thank fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll cast Storm Pillar directly next to the Rogan dog.
I keep muting myself. Sorry. Where?
Oh, actually, next to the Goblin Rogan dog to the left. Is that possible, or does it have to be
Right.
direct? Does it have to be directly in front? It's a 10 square range.
You can put it anywhere around him in any square adjacent.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put it to the left, right under right there.
Okay. So for them to take damage to it, they actually have to move in a square adjacent to your orb, and
Yeah.
they're either gonna move away, like, I don't know. If you want to, yeah, that's. Okay. Okay. Then, he's going to run up. Oh yeah, so I guess he'll take that damage. Did you roll the damage?
Whoops.
Can you roll the damage, buddy?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, he fries. And Ralkin, so low light vision means you can see basically as if it was daylight in a low light area, which this definitely is. So you have like perfect vision inside here.
Awesome. For this, I'm going to look around and see if I can find any more like gold stashes.
Okay, and you
Cashier
need to
or
do so
something.
quickly, so roll perception check.
Right.
Okay, 14. I see you have a +0 on that, so that is good enough. You managed to find stack of coins that someone had left, maybe to pay for something on the counter. And you're able to pop.
Awesome. I'll swipe it and kind of toss it up in the air and catch it and put it away.
Feels pretty hefty and it feels great in your hands. You feel very satisfied.
I'll kind of like do like a low humming of an instrument I might have heard that makes me happy.
Awesome, I can imagine that. I can totally imagine. Okay, Jenna. Okay, this is Gunt. So, out of the snow, ice, and mist, I imagine we see Jenna come charging out. Right, Rosie? You're muted, by the way.
Sorry, still coughing. Alright, so 6 squares forward, and then this is gonna be sick. I'm gonna use thunder.
You're kind of going Mr. Roboto right now.
The lag is serious business.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Look, I do this one.
Okay.
The attack itself is on the Goblin Rogue.
Okay. So, how did you move? Like, did you move like then attack him?
I may have write it down on the thing, but prior to the attack, I teleport 3 squares.
Oh, it teleports you. I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, sweet. So it was on the rogue. It definitely does. 13. Are you targeting dog?
What?
I'll assume it's him. And each enemy adjacent takes ongoing 5 thunder. That is awesome.
You actually sound like you're lagging for me a little bit.
Me? Too?
Yeah.
A little bit of Roboto in you.
I don't know about this dog.
Okay, him. And they all have ongoing 5. Alright, has it fixed itself yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds better on command.
It's recovering.
Yeah. Rosie for me is still Roboto, but everyone else is fine.
It's like it comes and goes.
Let me check something real quick.
Like you started that sentence out really good, and then like halfway through, invasion of the robot army.
The body snatchers return.
I'm not sure what's going on.
It's good though.
Okay. So, real quick.
Ooh.
I remember our brave heroes before they were taken by the robot apocalypse.
Yeah, no. So far, the only person I haven't heard have it is Josh.
Yeah, Discord's just not liking us right now.
Yeah, but we're
So I'll
still
try disconnecting and then.
restart Discord.
Alright, so, Eben Cross, I guess it's your turn.
Okay. I totally just forgot where I was going. I'm gonna move. Yeah. Okay. And can I hit the rogue, like or the dog? I believe it's 6.
Yeah, you have 6 squares with your shrew. If that's the attack you're wanting to use.
Yeah. Man, these shurikens are going in.
So you can throw one at the goblin, rogue, and the dog.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do. And for
So
the
you killed.
okay. Yeah.
The goblin do some damage.
Am I able to apply the 1d8 to this?
Oh yeah, sorry. He takes an extra 4. My bad.
Okay.
Cool.
And then like, so that's once per turn. Does that each combat turn, or like, do I have to wait till another encounter?
No, just every single one of your turns, you do that D8 extra.
Oh, sweet, cool. All right. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Goblin takes 5 damage, ongoing. He will just stand there and attack. I suppose. He has combat advantage.
Oh, man.
Does that hit? Okay.
The television set is kidnapped Joe.
What?
We can hear your TV.
How? My mic. I muted my mic.
No, you didn't.
Joe,
No, I swear on my life, my mic was muted.
It'd be one of those event things, dude.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Because when I put you know the mouthpiece on the mic up, it's supposed to mute the mic.
Don't believe in it.
Yeah, I guess not. That's my bad.
Yes. So the goblin rogue picks out a weak spot in Jenna's defenses and stabs his wicked, thinner-looking dog slicer to her and twists.
I guess this is now time for me to take a minor action to heal.
Yeah, now would be a good time. Alright, This goblin immediately dies from ongoing damage. This dog immediately dies from ongoing damage. And Serena, your turn.
Alright, so she's just gonna drop her bow and draw her longsword.
Attack Velasan, because you just moved up to him. Stab him.
Oh no.
My D20 just messed up. Hold on. My roll 20 messed up. 1 second. There we go. No, I was gonna. So it was there, I think. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then charge the goblin rogue. And charges are +1 or +2? I can't remember.
+1.
+1. Right.
Nice. Are you just using a melee basic or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that. So 9 damage to him, and then I'll
Okay.
mark him. Or well, never mind.
He's dead. Okay. Lago.
Rogue's dead.
Yep, he died.
Am I in range of this goblin?
Let's see. You're. Let me look it up actually, because you keep forgetting range on your crossbow.
I'm gonna move up
It
anyways.
is 50, 100.
Okay.
Oh, you move up first?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up first anyways. So to me,
Okay. Now they're in range.
okay, and then I yell at the goblin, "Get away from that dog's ass! I know it looks like it, but it's not your mother." Damn it.
Oh my god. I love this dude. I love Lego. It's fucking funny.
Don't you know
Awesome.
what my mom looks like?
Yeah, he's not as affected by the taunt as you thought, and he doesn't step into the point where your arrow flies into. He seems to be focused on what's going on over here. Okay. Minor action?
Yeah, I'll use so I can use the majestic word thing.
I think I made a macro for it.
Yeah, it's minor action. So. And I'll use that on Rosie. Janae.
Alright, cool. So, Goblin will attack her.
I'll slide her back. One.
Oh. Yeah, he... Oh, you are right. It's range 5. Sorry. So you wouldn't get the thing.
Oh, never mind then.
I thought it was... I was thinking of something else.
So I have to be right next to her?
It's 5 squares.
Okay. So, Janae. So.
Alright, you take 4 damage, Jenna. Okay. Yeah. Alright. The goblin dog runs up and tears the throat out of this other dog and kills it.
No.
And Aldrin runs up and tries to avenge his dog and misses. Alright, Velasan, your turn.
Okay. So.
See the tiefling hit the dirt.
I'm going to move up 6. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And then I'm going to cast Wind Fury Assault on the Goblin Dog.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Okay. So, let me just double check. Okay. And I believe that allows me to fly over to the dog.
Yep.
For my move speed, yes.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
So what does it look like when you do that?
Okay. I take out the average-looking dagger. I hold it in my hand, and then the wind begins to pick up underneath my feet, and my tattoos begin to glow as I summon more and more wind beneath me, and I rocket forward towards the goblin dog with knife in hand. Well, dagger
Nice. Yeah, your strike hones in true, and with a blurring strike, you kill the dog. Sweet. Rolkin?
Alright, is this the tavern that, are these the people that I voted for, or I didn't vote for?
These are the people you voted for, yes.
Did they win or lose?
They lost. They got 3rd place.
Okay. Can I look around for, like, something to start a fire?
Holy shit, dude. I mean, you do see there's lots of firewood, there's like kindling for the fireplace, there's oil, alcohol, you name it.
Can I start a fire and then just kind of walk out?
Yep.
Fucking damn.
This definitely tops the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in a D&D game. Damn, that's cold-blooded. Alright. Ralkin, you walk out of the inn after doing, starting a little fire in there.
At what point do we have to encounter fight against Ralkin?
Someday soon. Alright, Jenna, make a death save. That's 1 failure. Evan Cross.
Okay. We're gonna throw a shuriken at the goblin.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. He's dead. Alright, combat's over for real this time, guys, I promise.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna go get my shuriken.
I mean, combat's over as long as Laggle immediately moves up and heals Jenna, so she doesn't die.
Okay.
I'll do my best.
I'll give it a shot.
Try and... I mean, so now I cast Majestic Word? I'll just use the last one. Okay.
Let's just use the... Oh, okay. It was the same roll. Or, no, it's not a roll, it's just her charisma mod.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. Jenna, you can heal.
Sweet.
Alright, so...
So what does your inspiring or majestic word look like? What do you do, and how does your magic work?
Get up, you lazy sack of bones! And slap her on the back of the head.
That's great. So that's the first thing you hear, Jenna. Immediately, as you open your eyes, Jenna, you see the man that was there by your side, and he's like, down on his knees, like, trying to make sure you're okay. He's pretty rugged looking. He's not like. He looks like he's definitely a noble. He's wearing, noble's clothes. Although a bit more on like the more rugged kind of hunting like garb. Like maybe this is his casual wear, but he still looks like he's wearing stuff of high quality. And yeah, he's leaning down, making sure you're okay. He says, "Are you okay? You fought so valiantly for me. I cannot thank you enough."
It seems Bashaba's case is bust. We'll be fine.
He says, when all this is over and the dust settles, I'd love to talk to you all again, and kind of look up at Lagel and Valson and Serena, and also Ebencross over there.
At a distance.
Yeah.
Definitely not Rackhill.
Yeah, and you all kind of like stand up, brush yourselves off, look behind you. Yeah, not the bird. And you see all the people cheering as the last of the goblins have either run off or are dead, and they're all cheering at you all. You kind of like look into them cheering. How do you all react?
I'm just going to kind of put my hand in my head and say, you could have prevented a lot of, just muttering to myself, y'all could have prevented a lot of just lazy humans.
Ralkin, some of the villagers had like the ones you told go from the they run over to see that it's indeed on fire, and they say, "This Birdman saved us. He's also a hero." Praise.
What a champion!
What a god!
So they usher you towards like the rest of the group. Yeah, so everyone is coming up to cheer and shake all of your hands.
I'll collect my great bow.
I'll kind of like, if they try to shake my hand, I would kind of just like squawk at them.
Yeah. He's so mysterious.
I'm gonna take this time to dissipate my Kasurigama.
Okay.
Lagil will kind of try and push down the frustration he naturally feels with humans and just kind of smile at them, just, put on the diplomatic face.
Serena's just soaking it in. Like she's done like this before.
Oh, cool. Serena's, yeah.
She's lavishing the attention.
Can I maybe look around for the bar, the innkeep of?
Sure. Let me find him real quick. But yeah. So the rest of the town is actually fighting that fire, which wasn't that bad. Thankfully, because the battle ended pretty quickly after you started the fire. But yeah, they basically just believe that you were right about the goblins setting fire to the place. So they definitely are talking about that. But yeah, let me find him real quick. So which one was that?
How much gold did he get?
Oh yeah, do you want to? Well, you probably don't want to bust out your gold and start
Yeah,
counting.
I don't want to. I don't want to look at it just yet. I'll probably
Wait
probably
till
do
later.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that marks the end of our first session. Everything else will be resolved next session. You know, all the gold and XP and all that kind of stuff.
Cool. Cool.
So, what did you
Awesome.
guys think? How was it? Was it fun?
I liked it.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Fucking fun as hell.
I had fun.
Oh yes.
It's a bit
It's been a
different.
while since I played D&D. So
It's a lot different playing enemies that seem to just die in one hit instead of, like constant just tactical shooting back and forth for like, 5 or 6 turns to kill one guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll run into that eventually. This was just a warm up round.
I don't know.
Matthew, the tavern was called Risa's Place. It's owned by Risa Medbravi, but she's really old, so it's mostly run by her 3 children. The one representing the tavern, and like doing like the cook-off thing was Vodger. So yeah, was there
Actually,
anything?
I probably wouldn't want to actually talk to him.
Okay.
In
fair
my mind, it was just so.
the loser reaps the punishment. I don't understand.
Just
Your food is terrible.
Ralkin knows, so that's all that
Okay.
matters.
Fair enough. So, before you guys all go, what did you think of the goblins? Were they funny?
Yeah, they were good. I especially like the way they died.
Yeah.
That one
I
eating
like
the pie.
I liked the intro where it was just kind of like hearing like them singing their song as they like kind of like all approach the town.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm so glad you guys like that. I tried to play up their aloofness and kind of chaoticness as much as I could.
I'll always take a free goblin hitting my storm pillar for me.
This shit was great.
Yeah, so tune in next week. So I'm not going to be doing experience the normal way. I'm basically just going to be doing it like event based. So when you guys reach a certain point, I'll just level you guys up instantly.
Cool.
Okay. I dig it.
So you guys will definitely be leveling up faster because like the normal 4E rate of experience is like 10 battles and you get a level. But I'm going to be moving much quicker than that.
Okay, dokie. I dig it.
Yeah. Ooh. Alright, well, that's it. You guys are free to go, but if anyone wants to stick around, I'll be here to answer questions or just chat.
Party time.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going. Got work in the morning, so.
Alright, good night, Matthew. I'll see you Sunday.
Yep, see you.